Hi, my name is Ati Tutani, and I'm part of the team here at Umbrella Sports Channel. And I'm sure you've noticed that there are many sports stars and sports celebrities and many other celebrities, whatever they do, that have posted the COVID-19 message and coronavirus messages about how to stay at home and healthy and hygienic. So I thought that I would share my own thoughts on a COVID-19 message actually. Because I'm an ordinary citizen and I can, and the boss said I could, so that's why I'm doing it. So, starting with the step-by-step process of how to wash your hands. So, firstly, you roll up your sleeves, of course, and then second, you take the soap. Wait, no, hold up. So now you're telling me, all these celebrities and sports stars tell you, yeah guys, stay hygienic, wash your hands, as often as you can. And so you're telling me before the virus, what were humans doing? What were we doing? And I can tell you what we were doing, because you're telling me it takes a virus for people to practice good hand hygiene. Which means, when I'm at school, Mandams would come into the bathroom and they'd be like, yeah, I'm a pee. They try to pee, they try to poo, they try to vomit in the toilet. And they come out, and then they say, sure and huh? And they walk fast. And then you see them again, and they shake your hand. You're like, bruh, you just peed or pooed and you didn't wash your hands. Now, when COVID-19 hits the fan, Mandams, there's a line. There's a line to wash the hands. The soap even runs out. Of course, the soap even runs out. Yeah, it does. And you get in the bathroom, it's wet on the floor, because man's washing their hands. And now, so you're telling me it takes a whole virus for people to practice good hand hygiene? No, it shouldn't be like that. Okay, we need to practice good hand hygiene in this crisis, but I'm just saying that, like, after this virus, are people going to go right to not washing their hands? Like, are you going to... But anyway, moving on to more serious matters. What I need to talk about that's actually serious is actually stay safe at home and stay at home and do not go outdoors because it's safer to stay at home. Healthy people should not wear masks because masks are meant for people that are sick and they're coughing and sneezing themselves, and they need to protect other people when they wear masks. And if you're taking care of a sick person, then also you should wear a mask. Otherwise, if you're a normal person, you should wear a mask. And this is really critical because these PPEs are running out. Yeah. And then the other point is that we want to say thank you and shout out to all the healthcare workers who are risking their lives on a daily basis to make sure that we can stay safe here at home and everything, and everyone else is taken care of that has the coronavirus. So enjoy the show and just remember to wash your damn hands. If you're like me, I'm sure. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the COVID-19. Umbrella!
How's everybody doing? And welcome to the first ever episode of Umbrella Sports TV. I am so excited to have you guys join me on the first ever episode. And yeah, man, it's crazy to say that I have my own YouTube channel, but here we are, man. Even though I look like a Power Ranger on the first ever episode, this weather decided to be gloomy today, but we still go on. We, put on the layers and we still motor on. So, yeah, man. This is the show where I'm going to tell you about everything that's happening in sports, all the way from hockey to football to netball to even power walking. As you know, people don't really pay attention to power walking, so we will run a whole background story, even the guys you'll find out there power walking, we will talk about it. So yeah, on today's episode, we will talk about the implications of what's happening with the coronavirus, but we're not going to delve too deep into it. We're going to talk about some of the sports icons that have touched my life, and obviously you will have a chance to talk about yours. And we'll also have a newspaper section where we will check what's going on in our newspapers in South Africa. So please do keep it locked. So now that we're in quarantine, do let us know what you've been doing to pass by time in the comment section. Just let us know what new hobbies you've picked up. I'm trying to grow my beard, but it's not even connecting. You're probably thinking, how can I keep you connected to sports when my beard is not even connecting? I know. That's a story for another day, but yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of people getting arrested on TV, people not listening to government, staying at home. It would be nice to be outdoors, play a little soccer outside, see the homies, or be within colors as well. But yeah, stay at home, man. I saw my neighbor the other day running past my gate, and she saw me see her, and she's like, yeah, yeah, so just going for a jog, and the fact that she started, she's saying that she knows what I'm thinking.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why the hell you're not in the house, So, man, stay at home. If you have nothing to do, I'll tell you what you can do. You can watch this show. We have 2 articles here that are talking about what's some of the stuff that's happening in the sports world. One is about Bafana Bafana and one is about F1 lovers. So let me just get my glass. Yes, I'm blind as a vet, but it's important to shout out to my blind people. So as you know, if you don't follow Bafana Bafana has been sponsored by Nike for the past 5 years. So now we have lost that sponsorship. Yes, there's no surprises there because we tend to not play well. We tend to be up and down. So Nike was probably like, I'm out. So so now we're going to be sponsored by Le Coq Sportif. It says here, French outfit steps in as new kit sponsor for Bafana Bafana. So for those that don't know what Le Coq Sportif is, it's that triangle, it's that logo that has the triangle with the rooster inside of it. If you do not know what a rooster is, it is a male version of a chicken. I just thought I should take you back to simple grade 3 English. So here it says they have signed a 5-year deal, and the deal was signed earlier this year in January. So my thing is, why are they only releasing this last week? So this paper's from last week, by the way. My thing is, why are they only releasing this now? Because usually when they release kits, they unveil them like a few days or a few weeks after the deal has been struck. So this basically says to me that Safa is embarrassed by the decline from Nike all the way to Le Coq Sportif. Because let's be honest, when you compare the two, there's nothing more I can say. Man. So they say they're gonna unveil the kits on the 1st of June when we play against Ghana in the AFCON qualifier. I'm not excited to see what they're gonna release, but they could prove me wrong. Let's see what happens. Even here they go on to say that we've been sponsored by Kappa, Adidas and Puma and Nike as well in the past. So that just shows you the comparison we've had in the past. We've had some great sponsors, but now we're on the decline. I wonder what's gonna come after Nike, maybe going to be sponsored by something, like JD Sports. If any of you know what JD Sports is, just go and research it. You won't be happy with what you find. Moving on to the second bit of news. This is great news for F1 lovers, Formula 1 lovers, that is. Formula 1 to hold virtual races in place of postponed Grand Prix. So if you kept in the loop of what happened with the F1 races, the Grand Prix was supposed to be started about a month ago. It was supposed to start with the Australian Grand Prix, but now it got cancelled because of the whole COVID-19 situation. So what they're doing is now they're gonna hold virtual races on esports. So the likes of Kimi Räikkönen, the likes of Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, they'll all be on this virtual racing medium, and they're going to be playing against the guys who actually play on esports for championships, and they're going to race against each other as a substitute for the Formula 1 season. It says here the Formula 1 will start on, let me just find it. Where is this?
So you can't see at all? Huh? You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind, I can see, barely.
It's gonna start on the 7th of June. It's gonna resume on the 7th of June in Azerbaijan. You can find it on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook as well, and it's gonna run for about 90 minutes as well. So this is a great initiative to help out people who love the Formula 1. You're gonna pass by time by watching this, and as well you get to watch your favorite stars, play on this virtual reality game. But my thing is, people like Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen is always serious. I don't know if you've ever seen Kimi Räikkönen. He looks like the Terminator. He has the vibe of the Terminator. I don't see him being the type of guy who plays on esports or even has something like a PlayStation. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. And another issue I have is that these guys will actually play esports for as an occupation. They do this for fun, you know, and these guys play the real thing. So now when they verse each other, is it not going to be unfair for the actual Formula 1 drivers? Or is the simulation that good that it's going to be as if it's the actual thing? It's going to be interesting to see how it works. Alright, that's that. Moving on. Now, moving on to the implications of the coronavirus on the sporting fraternity. As you know, a lot of events have been cancelled. A lot of leagues have been put on hold. A lot of events have even been postponed because of the COVID-19 situation. And now us sports lovers have nothing better to do. Even today is a Sunday. I'm supposed to be watching some Premier League games, some tennis matches. Even the F1 is supposed to be playing on a Sunday. So yeah, man, it's a really tough time to be a sports anything right now because your life is basically on hold. Some of the implications I'm seeing on the news is that some of the governments around the world want sports stars to take pay cuts and contribute to the cause of fighting the coronavirus disease. I saw some of them want the sports stars to take up to 70% pay cuts, which I find unfair because most of the sports stars work really hard for that money. Sure, some soccer players, you know, some of their salaries are crazy. You know, some of the prize money that tennis players and golf players get is, you know, crazy, astronomical as well. But I find it crazy because, you know, I haven't really heard, maybe there is, I could be mistaken, but I haven't really heard much talk on them asking actors and actresses to take pay cuts, or even though they get paid later on, I haven't heard them saying they want them to contribute towards the cause. Even government workers, I haven't read too much on them also contributing towards the cause, you know. So I don't know why they're focusing so much on sports stars, because it's not like they also don't deserve some of the money that they do get. So I find it very, you know, unfair in the way they put the spotlight on sports stars in that regard. Another implication could be that now that things are being postponed and also being put on hold, what is it going to be the implications of the following seasons for next year? So the 2021 season's commencements, what's going to happen with that? Like, games going to be pushed back? Is you know, this year the T20 Cricket World Cup was supposed to happen. Are they going to still go ahead? The Rugby Championship for South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and Argentina, is that still going to happen? So yeah, it's a lot of questions, you know. Things like the Olympics, is that going to affect other events next year? So it's very interesting times, but I guess all we can do is sit on our thumbs and wait to see what will happen. So now let's move on to, last but not least, some of the sporting stars that have affected your life and my life, obviously. I thought since this is the first ever episode, we might as well talk about the people that are the reason why we are where we are today and why we love sports the way we do. So personally, the person that I started loving from a young age, the first team I supported, as a matter of fact, was the Blue Bulls, because of my older brother who supported the Blue Bulls. And obviously, inevitably, I'm also going to catch on because, you know, you're a younger kid, you know, you don't have direction, so older people are always right. So I supported the Blue Bulls. The first player I loved in that team was PSP because of how he combined pace, power, and skill.
Winters the lock. Now here goes Spears, breaks away from one, from another. Yeah!
He was a great rugby player. He played for the Springboks as well. So I wanted to be a rugby player. You know, even though as skinny as I was, I wanted to be a rugby player. That didn't happen because football was like, no, look in this direction. So then, I started watching the likes of Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, and then, once I started seeing how they danced with the ball,
described this, lad. Look at that ball. It is a totally unique way of striking the football at a dead ball.
Well, you know, my mind was like, I want to do that. So then, yeah, ever since then, football has always been my first love. Obviously, I do love other sports as well. I can go on, you know, the likes of Makai and Dini. You know, his backstory just inspired me from a young age, made me want to play cricket as well. Because when I was young, I always asked myself, why is he the only black player in the Proteas team? And you know, it was kind of crazy. You know, I always, you know, use the metaphor of he stuck out like a permanent marker on like a piece of paper. You know, it's probably not a great metaphor, but when I was younger, that's how I saw it, and it made me also want to play cricket as well. You know, so if someone who struggled so much when they were younger to get where they were, why can't I also do that when I'm, you know, privileged per se? Other sports I can think of is athletics as well. People like Carl Lewis, people like even Usain Bolt when he was starting out, Asafa Powell, you know, some of the great Jamaican runners as well. Made me want to, you know, learn how to run 200 meters. I wanted to do long jump, you know, but I was too short. So, you know, all these guys had a lot of impact on my life and how I would want to lead my life and how they succeeded on the sporting field. So yeah, you guys can also comment and tell us what some of the sporting stars have done for your life and how they've made you get to where you are today. So that is the end of the first ever episode of Umbrella Sports TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will never forget the support you guys put towards us. It's crazy to think that I actually have my first ever episode out, but you guys are the reason why it is out, and obviously I'm also learning as I go. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm open to constructive criticism. Obviously you guys can tell me some of the stuff I can keep doing, some of the stuff I can stop doing. Just head over to the comment section and tell me what you guys think. Like I said, I'm gonna have some of my friends feature in the following episodes. So next week we're gonna have some dope content for you, and obviously something different, something fresh, something you guys will obviously enjoy, and I hope to keep you guys entertained. Stay safe, and obviously stay away from getting out of the house. Like that lady I spoke about earlier on, don't go out of your house, because we're not trying to have a situation like World War Z. Everyone's gonna be shocked here now when there's a zombie jumping over your wall and you don't know what to do with yourself. Okay, deuces.